It has been said, there is no health without mental health. "50 years or so ago, a young man, blonde, green eyes, came all the way from Berlin to a promising island that is going to be the capital of tolerance, Abu Dhabi. The moment he landed, he saw that beautiful brown Bedouin. It was love from the first sight. He tried to speak to her, get close to her, but everyone told him, "Listen, German, you're not supposed to do that. If you are serious about her, if you truly love her, well, there's her father's house. You go, you ask for her hand." So he did. The old man was shocked. Why this foreigner coming all the way to ask for the hand of my daughter? So he thought he will give him impossible conditions. He said, "First, you have to convert to Islam. Otherwise, you can't have my daughter. Number 2, you have to pay a certain amount of money. And number 3, she deserves a beautiful house." So the young man goes away, comes back after several weeks. He converted to Islam, he got the money, and he prepared the house. So the old man had to give his blessing to that marriage. Now, the result of this marriage is 3 ugly children. I'm number 2. And thank you for applauding the ugliness part. So, people who know about my story, how would you describe someone like me? Am I white or black? Am I European or Arab? Am I Christian, Muslim, Chrislam, all of the above? Well, Socrates once said in ancient times, "I'm not an Athenian nor a Greek, I'm a citizen of the world." Being exposed at the early stage of my life, thank you very much, with that sort of existential dilemma, who am I? I simply realized that there are 2 types of identities. There's identity by birth, but then there's identity by choice. So instead of asking, "Who am I decided to ask, "Who I want to be." And that led me, at the very early age of 13, to actually fall in love with psychology. I was intrigued by that sponge between our ears, what makes us tick, how we can move forward, and therefore, what does it really all mean? Today is very special and very important. It has been said, there is no health without mental health. But what does this actually mean? And how we can actually move forward with that kind of discussion. However, a spoiler alert, everything you're about to hear, experience, is just an opinion. Nothing more, nothing less, and absolutely nothing else. Moving forward with that, this means conduct your own research, engage in your own debate, make up your own mind about what is mental health and what mental wellness actually mean. You see, it's always important to be able to gather the different ideas, the different thoughts when it comes to a big issue such as mental health and mental wellness. It is as diverse, as colorful. It's debated for decades and decades, and I would argue it will continue to be debated for many decades to come. Therefore, my mission today is to gather a sample of different thoughts and present it in a bouquet in which you can all have with you. But I also hope you'll be able to add to it and to take it to the next level. Thought number 1, 10-10. The world today is actually celebrating the World Mental Health Day, which the World Federation for Mental Health, that was in existence 75 years ago, talking about mental health, advocating about mental health, promoting mental health. And while I'm proud that we are celebrating this day, I have to ask a very serious question. After all these years of active advocacy, asking questions, promoting programs, is it true in 2023 we are back to square one when we are arguing, well, mental health is a universal human right? And I leave you with that thought. How horrible or how glorified mental health is so far. Thought number 2. I would argue there's a clash of paradigms. I come from a psychology background, not psychiatry. And everyone in the room knows that psychiatrists, psychologists, and everyone else in the mental health realm have endless debate. Should we go with a biological, medical disease model? You have a mental illness, we need to cure you. Or we go with the biological, psychological, social model. We are here to support, get you through that experience, be able to go to the next level. Should we simply prescribe a pill or engage and be active and take that experience to the next level? Are you a patient? You need that famous white reversed rope? Or are you a person? You can be nurtured, you can grow, you can evolve, you can develop, you can be all that you can. Do we need to put you in a hospital? Or should you be in a facility? Kafka once said, I'm a cage in search of a bird. And if you'd ask many people in many of these facilities, probably they will feel in the same way, where everything is reversed. Thought number 3, follow the evidence. So if I am being that person who's telling you we have all this difficulty and complexity in approaching mental health care, mental wellness, mental services, how we are going to deal with this challenge, how we're going to apply our methods, simple as this. We need to be evidence-based in our research, in our policy, and absolutely in our practice, how we can move forward with this. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, is extremely, extremely critical. According to the World Health Organization recent statistics, of every 8 people, 1 suffers of some sort mental health challenge. Imagine the significance. So next time when you're having this fantastic dinner of 8 people gathering, you can look around, one of you, it could be me, in need of some sort of support. And therefore, how we can provide that support without proper evidence. There's a lot in the market. There's a lot in the sector. People claim all kinds of things, but what actually works? That is the question. Part of my interest has always been in digital mental health. And what we mean by that is we need to apply technology, take the advancements to the next level. And the ethos of this year's Health Summit and the fantastic launch of the Pura application is the embodiment of this kind of thinking, moving forward. You see, if we don't make decisions, decisions will be made for us. We either lead technology or technology will lead us. We either consume technology or we produce technology. I, for one, believe that the future is what we want it to be, and therefore can we manufacture the future? Can we design? Can we take things to the next level? My final thought, innovate. Within the mental health world, those of you who are practitioners, therapists, who work with different people, you will always notice how classical, how traditional, frankly, how boring and sometimes gloomy and dark and maybe frustrating things can be. It's time to break through, and maybe it's time to move forward. Can we encourage innovation in mental health care? Can we be creative when it comes to providing mental health services? That is a question that I leave it with you, but it's a decision that we all have to make it now or never. With that, I would like to wish all of you a very well and happy World Mental Health Day. Thank you very much.